What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another one. If you are new to the channel, I am Gold Pony. This is Gold Pony Crypto. And so it has now been officially 180 days, aka 6 months, since I've actually staked for this Crypto.com Jade Green prepaid Visa debit card. Of course, Royal Indigo is the same tier. You can pick whichever color that you want, but I chose the Jade Green. Actually, my wife chose the Jade Green. I let her pick it. But anyways, I was actually such a fan of the Ruby Steel card that I had that I actually upgraded to the Jade Green. And so in this video, I'm going to let you know my thoughts on the card, how it all works. I'm going to go over all of the benefits for the Crypto.com Jade Green / Royal Indigo card, and I'm going to let you know why it is definitely something you should consider. Obviously, I have 2 of them, therefore I am a big fan. So I have plenty of experience with these cards at this point, and I'm going to be going over all of that in this video for you guys. And before we get started, if you did happen to want to sign up for one of these Crypto.com cards by the end of the video, feel free to use my referral code at the bottom of the screen. I'll also put it in the description box below. That is going to give you a free $25 worth of Crow when you sign up. It's also going to give me a free $25, so you get to support the channel as well. And I actually used one of these codes for another YouTube channel when I signed up for my Ruby Steel, so I got to support them, so it felt good to me. But anyways, you can use the code, you get a free $25, so you might as well, because if you don't get anything. I'm just saying. And of course, nothing in this video should be considered financial advice. This is simply for educational and entertainment purposes. But now, let's go ahead and get started with what this card actually is, because I get a lot of questions on the Ruby Steel card that I put the video out on that. This is a prepaid Visa debit card. So this is not a credit card, therefore it has no effect whatsoever on your credit score. You don't need a good credit score in order to get it. Essentially, all you have to do is download the Crypto.com app and then just go to the little card icon in the bottom right hand corner and it'll walk you through the steps to sign up. And so in addition to that, like I said, it is a Visa card, meaning it is accepted anywhere Visa is accepted. And in addition to that, it is a prepaid Visa debit card, meaning you top the card up with money. And there's a couple different options you could use for that. If you have a debit card through your traditional bank, that is the way I most often do it, because there is no fees if you use a debit card with your traditional bank. You simply just top it up with the fiat, aka dollars or euros, wherever you're located, and put that on the card, and then you're good to go. You could also use a credit card if you wanted to. There is, I believe it's a 2% fee if you use a credit card, so try not to do that, because you know, you rather not have to pay fees, so just use a debit card. And last option I want to give you, what I also personally do is I have my Crypto.com app linked to my traditional day job. So every time I get paid once a week, I have a little bit set aside to go directly into my Crypto.com app, which I can then use to top up my card with, or I can buy cryptocurrency with as well. So that's another option you can consider as well. And so as you guys can see, I do have 2 cards here. Of course, this one doesn't work anymore. I just used the Jade Green, but so therefore there is a Crypto.com card tier program. There's 5 different tiers actually. There's the Midnight Blue, which is the free one. You don't have to pay anything for that one. And that one's plastic, by the way. But then there's also a Ruby Steel card, which you have to stake $400 for. I'll get into the staking in a second here and how that works. That one is a metal card, and all of them are metal cards and up for the rest of the tiers, by the way. Then there is the Jade Green / Royal Indigo, which is the one I have. You have to stake $4,000 for that one. Then there is the Frosted Rose Gold / Icy White. You have to stake $40,000 for that one. And then there's the Obsidian, which is the black one. That one you have to stake $400,000 for. Now, what is staking? It's essentially letting Crypto.com borrow your money for a period of 180 days, aka 6 months. At the end of that term, you can either choose to take that money back out. And by the way, you stake it in the form of Crow. So I took that $4,000 and I bought $4,000 worth of Crow. And then essentially you stake it, aka you lock it up. And after that period is now done, the value of Crow is going to more than likely either go up or it's going to go down. It's very unlikely that it's going to stay exactly the same. So for my Ruby Steel, I staked for that one when Crow was 5 cents, and then it went up to 96 cents before I upgraded to the Jade Green. So that went up quite a bit, but now with the Jade Green, it's gone down a little bit. So it really depends on when you get in the market, and with it being a bear market right now, at the time of this video at least, now would be a really good time to get into it, because it's probably more than likely only going to go up 6 months from now. And so by the way, after that 180 days is up, like it is for me right now, you either have the option to unstake and take that $4,000 back, and you can invest it however you want. If you do that, you will lose a lot of the rewards. So what I am personally doing is just leaving it in there, because it is still well worth it for me, and I'm going to explain that here in a second. So let's go ahead and move on into the rewards, because they have recently been adjusted. So I'm going to give you all the adjusted numbers and what you currently are getting with the Jade Green / Royal Indigo, starting with the cash back in the form of Crow. So I guess I should say crypto back, but you get 2% back on all your purchases. So if you go to the grocery store and you spend $100 worth of groceries, you get $2 back in the form of Crow. So if Crow is 20 cents, it gives you approximately 10 Crow back. So just as an example there. The other option is when you get that back in the form of Crow, you of course can transfer it to another cryptocurrency. And by the way, Crypto.com app has over 200 different cryptocurrencies on their app. You could transfer it into Bitcoin, you could transfer it into Ethereum, you could transfer it into USDC, or you could cash out, I guess, as well if you wanted to. I don't know. By the way, there is now a max monthly limit to those crypto back rewards, and that limit is $50 per month, in case anybody was curious about that. But so in addition to that 2%, you also get free Spotify. And I say free Spotify, but really it's 100% reimbursement up to $13.99. In order to get that, all you need to do is link your Spotify account to your Crypto.com card. So whenever Spotify takes that money out, you instantly get it reimbursed in the form of Crow. Anything over $13.99, you get the 2% from that little point forward to whatever it ends up being. So I don't do Spotify, but I do Netflix. And so you also get the same thing for Netflix. You get 100% reimbursement for Netflix up to $13.99. So let's say if you're paying $20 for Netflix, you get 100% for that first $14, and the remaining $6, you get 2% back on that. So it's a good bit, actually. What I get back on Netflix right now with the price of Crow, currently what it's at, I get back approximately 70 Crow. If you think about that, when Crow is at its all-time high of approximately $1, that's right around $70 when I'm paying $14 for Netflix. That's the way I like to think of it. You guys can think of it differently, but I know that Crow more than likely is going to go back to that $1 and more than likely break it in the next bull run. So that's the way I'm going to think of it for that particular reason. And in addition to that, there are more rewards. Of course, you get increased earn rates within the Crypto.com app. And what do I mean by that? Of course, like I said, Crypto.com has over 200 different cryptocurrencies. A lot of those cryptocurrencies you can actually earn interest on. Take, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can actually get 4% interest on your Bitcoin and Ethereum if you have the Jade Green / Royal Indigo. But if you have the Ruby Steel, for example, you only get 3%. You can also get up to 8% if you lock it up for 3 months. There's different tiers. There's flexible tier, there's a 1-month tier, and then the 3-month tier. So I'm just giving you the 3-month tiers as example here, but you can get 8% on stable coins, whereas the Ruby Steel gives you 6%, and you can get 12.5% on Polygon and Polkadot, actually, whereas the Ruby Steel gives you 11%. So everything is increased when you jump up to the Jade Green / Royal Indigo. So another reason, if you're into any other cryptocurrencies besides Crow, definitely another reason to jump into this next card tier level here. And by the way, these earn rates are paid out weekly. So every single week, let's say if you deposit Bitcoin for 3 months, you get paid out interest in Bitcoin every single week. So that's another cool thing. But another cool thing is the $4,000 that you actually staked for the Jade Green / Royal Indigo. You now earn 4% interest on that in the form of Crow, of course, because you staked Crow, but that again is paid out weekly. So that's another little benefit for you as well. So essentially the Jade Green card is now my go-to card. I use it for absolutely everything. My traditional bank doesn't give me any kind of rewards. I have a credit card, it gives me a little bit of rewards, but it's not even as much as this, and I don't like to use credit cards anyway, so I use this card for everything. I use it when I get groceries, I use it when I go to the movies, when I go out to a restaurant, when I get gas. I even use it to pay a lot of my bills. So I use it to pay medical bills, I use it to pay my TV and internet bill, I use it to pay my phone bill as well. And the best part is the Crow instantly shows up. It's not like you have to wait 5 or 10 minutes for it to show up. It's like within 5 seconds, really. The second the transaction processes, you can instantly see it on the Crypto.com app that it went through. It gives you the amount of Crow that you get back, as well as the dollar amount as well. And it sends you an email notification that you have made a purchase as well and you got rewards. So plenty of different notifications that you're gonna get. And so as far as the card itself, it is held up perfectly well. You guys can probably see it's not damaged or fading away or anything like that. It is a metal card. It's pretty heavy duty, so it really shouldn't be fading away in only 6 months. So even my Ruby Steel, that was perfectly fine as well. It didn't fade or anything like that. I had that a little bit longer than the Jade Green. The other thing is you get a lot of comments on it as well when you hand it over to somebody for them to swipe it, because it is a metal card. So a lot of people have commented on the weight, which is kind of cool. Like when I go through Taco Bell or if I go through Burger King or whatever it is, I don't just eat fast food, I promise you guys, but still a lot of people will comment on it when they actually feel it, because it is a heavy duty card. It's pretty cool. But so anyways, would I recommend it? Yes, I am not unstaking my Jade Green right now. I definitely would recommend it. It's a good way to get some free crypto for stuff that you're gonna spend anyways. And it's a good way to passively invest because it does add up quite quickly. I know with my Ruby Steel last year, I got almost 2,000 Crow back at the end of the year. So That is a good bit. Again, if you consider Crow at $1, that's $2,000. Or even if it's only 20 cents like it is right now, that's what, approximately $400. So that's still pretty darn good. But anyways, if you guys were interested in signing up for one of the Crypto.com metal cards, again, my referral code is at the bottom of the screen in the description box below if you want a free $25. And that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to follow me on social media for different cryptocurrency updates. Be sure to hit the subscribe and the bell notification button if you're into Crypto.com, Crow, and Chronos. That is what we do here on this channel after all. Do appreciate you guys watching more than you know, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Stay gold.